their playoff
FitzMagics
hopes
broke
alive.
his neck for this dub.
I mean,
come on,
that
now.
fucking throw. That fucking throw. Getting
his head
face
is
mask.
getting literally like flipped.
Got the
on a
helmet. It was
swivel.
literally, it was
Swing.
the Looney Tunes, like you get shot in the head, the Daffy Duck, or not Daffy Duck.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's his
head
name.
goes
Bill,
all the way
Bill
around.
goes
Yeah,
around the other side.
Yeah.
Literally,
correct.
when I watched
Only
that,
if
I'm
you had
like,
the Oregon
I literally
helmet.
like watching the replays of that makes me like grab my neck because I'm like,
I know, dude.
like
That
just
hurts.
cannot be.
That
I
hurts.
actually think like that could actually like, isn't it like 25 pounds of pressure to break a neck? So it's like
I don't know.
that's what I want. I'm like, I wonder like what more it would take from like that type of motion to break it. Cause that thing, like I'm imagining an
Yeah.
NFL player throwing his hand at you. It's a little more than 25 pounds of force. And
But yeah,
his
you
neck-
just, I mean,
I think
you get your
the
face
beard
mask.
offers like some support in the
Maybe.
front, so
I think that might be what it is.
it
the
adds some
beard-
more torque
like
to
the
it.
beard's like kind of tied to something. So like the beard like kind of pulls
Yeah.
the head back onto the swivel. Yeah, I got
You get that foundational support to his head.
I think that's why I didn't flip all the way around.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
But no, I mean that throw, that was like one of the very few and ones we get in football right there.
I know.
He hit the
That's
deep
it.
pass. He said and one with 15 yards tacked onto it.
For real. That
An
like,
absolute duck too. Like that's
That
just
honestly,
terrible
like-
on the Raiders defense not being able to like swat that down at least.
well,
Yeah, he
the
saw his
guy
man
was
open. He
wide
said, "Just
open.
get it
I mean,
there."
the guy was open. Like,
Exactly.
Like that's like it
that's
wasn't
that's
like,
the issue is like
obviously it
how
wasn't- it
how
wasn't
is he like that
terrible.
wide open?
Well, that's where you can't really call it a duck almost if the guy is that wide open.
Yeah, and he's not looking at him while the ball's
Yeah,
being
no, I
released.
know.
Well, I mean, he's
Well,
looking.
I'm just
he was.
I'm just
He
saying the
was.
ball
He was, but
floated
his,
up there
his
for
body
a
was
long
being
time.
torqued away from where
It's
he was throwing.
well,
as he was
the
throwing
arm
it.
was here. He was looking at him. The arm was here. His head's like backwards.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
It was like right in the beginning of his throwing motion when the helmet started getting pulled.
It's affected in throw, but
Yeah.
the real thing we have to discuss here, you're the Miami Dolphins. You have to win this game to get into the playoffs. Tua doesn't get it done. And for the second time this season, when Tua doesn't get it done, you bring in Fitzpatrick to go win the game. And he goes and wins the game. Like this offense completely flipped when he came into the game. So
Oh yeah.
and
I
that's
just-
where
you can't start Tua in the playoffs.
I agree. And
We
this
can't
is
start
my
to win
thing
this
too.
game.
What's after just seeing this whole season, and a big thing about this take has come from watching Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays. Like Aaron Rodgers, one of those weeks gave a lot of credence to Ryan Fitzpatrick and how talented of a quarterback he actually is. And I generally, when you look at this man's career, this man has been given a dog shit team after like just terrible spot after terrible spot after terrible spot. Like just the coaching, the whole organization's on fire almost everywhere he goes.
Yep.
You finally sort him into the situation that's not a hellhole. What do you know? Like it's like he's not playing terribly. Like he's like he might
winning
not
an
have-
MVP deep into his career.
like he might obviously he's not going to be a Brady or Rogers or even
no,
like
I'm not
I don't
talking
even know. I'm trying to think of like a B plus quarterback. Like, but
Talking
like
about Rodgers. I don't know. I zoned out.
yeah, that's right. I'm just saying like obviously he's not going to be a Brady or Rogers, but it's like I'm trying or even like a B plus quarterback. But I'm saying like he could definitely be like a Ryan Tannehill-esque quarterback for a good team.
And he's
I think he's better than
kind of late
Tannehill.
into his career now, but I mean, he's one of the best 32 QBs in the world.
That's very fair. He's
Like,
obviously
100%.
He could be a starter. There
he's
are
got a
teams
couple
where
of
he
years.
can
last
start.
at the beginning of the year too. I thought they ranked. Didn't they
I don't
rank
think
him
they may
last?
have. I don't know.
That's
They
right. I
may
thought
have.
Bleacher Report came out with their top 32 starting quarterbacks. I think they
You know,
had
fuck them if they did.
But I mean, you
Fuck
look,
him if
you
they
look at
did.
him right
For
now, and it's
real.
like he's got at least like he's got more than a year. Like
Yeah.
he's got time on him.
He's got at least. I think he's got 3.
I
think
mean,
he probably. has
I'd say
3.
3. I'd say 3 at the very least.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a team right now in the New England Patriots that I think could use someone.
Very true.
I don't think that. No, I think
Could
they
be
need to go
interesting.
draft. They need to go draft, in my opinion.
Oh yes, but they're not getting a good enough draft pick this
yeah,
year.
exactly.
Like they're not going to
This
have
year
their
it doesn't
quarterback
matter.
of the future this season.
That's fair. I mean, maybe Belichick makes some moves. Who knows?
Who are they gonna get? Like Zach Wilson?
Yeah, Belichick can make some, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Like they're not getting Trevor Lawrence. They're not getting Justin.
but I
Fields.
definitely think you look at just where the Dolphins are situated right now. I think it was a bad move to throw Tua in, because now it's like, are you going to
100%.
start developing Tua now? Because I mean, if
Yeah.
you're starting, because it doesn't seem like, all right, Tua. It doesn't feel like Tua's the guy of the future when you take him out twice in the middle of games to win.
That's
it.
exactly
Like,
that just can't be your guy.
And that's what. And so
Cannot be your guy.
FitzMagic obviously can't be the guy you build the franchise around. So where are you at? Like, that's where it's, and almost like it goes back to,
And you have the number 5 pick next year.
it goes back to what you were saying, where it's like, well, this might be the perfect scenario for the Dolphins, because like they will give them a chance to see what they want with Tua. Well, they got it. Now they realize, okay, now they can go in the draft and get another quarterback. But it's like,
Yep.
do you? But
That-
do you know? Like, that's what I mean.
At number 5, you know what?
Tough.
I think it's got to be if you see a guy where like you're comparing him to Tua and you're like, this guy will be better in our opinion next season than Tua will. I think you have to go get that guy.
What do you think
But
they?
here's my thing,
Do you
man.
think if Fields is there, they take Fields over?
I don't think Fields will be there. I don't think you could take Justin Fields. I think Fields is too similar to
Yeah,
Tua.
exactly. That's
do
I don't
not
like
take
Fields
Where
over
this
Tua.
I loved when Kurt Warner said this about Tua. He said that like Tua's waiting for guys to get Alabama open, not NFL open. Like he doesn't understand what open is in the NFL. Where
I think
like
that's probably
when
the
guys
best
are covered,
take.
they're still open in the NFL, and he
I
doesn't
love that
understand
because